So at first, like, thank you very much for giving me this chance to talk about myself. I'm Kamal Soren and I'm from Jharkhand, Godda district. Okay. And if I talk about my qualifications, so I've done my graduation as well as like I'm teaching in a school, and I also have a YouTube channel named English Talk with Kamal. There I upload videos related to English conversation. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I love to teach students reading books and learning something new from different types of people as well as like some different kind of skills. So it's all about me.
So, could you hear me right now?
Yeah, now it is very clear. Now I can hear
Oh,
you.
okay.
Yes.
How to hear it without headphone? I will try to speak up, and maybe it's quite easy for you. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
so
Yes.
as I told you, my education background is bachelor in computer science, but after 2019, I enrolled in different platforms, especially in the English related, but I didn't continue that because I faced a lot of issues with the grammar, with the conversations, and then I joined the online platform from different groups. I find out different sponsors, foreigner, and they gave me a chance to speak up with them and conduct interviews. They gave me a advantage to interview with them and learn a lot of things from them. So when I start my journey with the YouTube channels, that was a more fantastic and good activities for me. Learn a lot of things when I start editing, especially every single words, every single minute. I focus on the different accents, the words, slang word they are using. So that's really fabulous activities for me. So still, I want to continue that activities.
Yes. 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 So you are speaking very good English. I can see that you are speaking the way of your speaking and the fluency. Everything is very nice. So how did you learn this language?
Thank you so much. Well, I started my journey, I think, after 2019, especially in the Corona pandemic season, because there was no activities to go outside to waste our time somewhere and just talk with the people's different social platform. And there I connected with different people from different countries. And that time I realized English is really essential. You must have to be learn the English language if you want to communicate with the people, especially outside country. It's not easy for them. They learn your local language and stuff for you. You can try to speak with the different peoples and learn his language. So if you learn the English language, the global language, easily you can get or observe the culture or cities everywhere. So that makes me so happy when I ask a different question from different peoples and about the skills, religions, or educations or political. So that's what really interesting. And after the pandemic, when I tried to enroll in different education, sorry, the in English Academy, that was a bit tough because in initial stage, definitely they focus on the grammar. And grammar is so tough for me. Still, I don't focus on grammar because if you want to improve your accent or conversations, you just speak up with the people, especially for those people, they are good in English. And automatically you adopt your opponent accent. So uh, it's tough, but time to time you grow up and definitely you learn a lot of things.
Yes. Yes. So so can you tell me like as you said that if you want to speak English, so you have to connect with those type of people who are good at speaking English, na? So that you can also adopt those type of speaking, those type of accents. So like if you are a totally new person and you do not have any knowledge about speaking English, so how can you learn? And you do not have any kind of speaking partners. Okay, so still you want to learn. You have a dream of learning this language. So what kind of steps we should follow at first? How we can
I
learn?
think if you have if you have a craze for something, no one stop you. You can find out
Yes.
your way in every difficult situation. So how much you are motivated with your goals and how much you are straightforward with your goals. So if your goal is clear or you are motivated and or environment or surrounding there, some of people they guide you or they motivate you, your teachers, definitely you can achieve a lot of things. When I start my journeys, definitely I faced a lot of issues like a partner, how can I pronounce this word or this word, and I didn't understand anything. But now, maybe a person have a different sources like if you have internet or mobile phone, So again, definitely you can use the Google Translator for the initial stage conversation, convert every single word. And initial stage, definitely I will start my conversation in chatting, not a voice call or video call. That was so tough for me. But gradually, when I easily communicate with the people in the chatting, and then I convert to voice note or then voice call, and then front of you in video call or video messages. So that's really important. You start from the grassroots, and it's tough. Directly, you start with someone in video call, and you can't survive for a long time because that's a bit bored for you. So if you take a time or step by step you go forward, so that's really essential or important for your growth.
Yes. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, if you are passionate about learning anything and you have the burning desire for learning that thing, so you can easily learn that thing. I also think so.
Exactly,
You are.
you are
I
right. Sorry.
So one more thing, like because in your videos I have seen lots of foreigners. Now you talk with lots of foreigners, foreign people. Okay, so how do you connect with those type of people? Because there are also many people like from India and from Pakistan and from Bangladesh also. Now, so they also want to connect with foreigners like who are from USA and UAE. So from there also, like we want to connect, but we do not know the way of connecting people. So can you tell me something like the way of connecting them,
Well,
if you
that
can?
is so easy. So, but sometimes uh, for me also, like in India or surrounding your area, a lot of people, or you can find out different groups, especially on the Skype group or WhatsApp group. So easily you find out their partner, you talk with them. But if you target someone from the outside your country, they are living in the West or East and South
Yeah.
Korea or Japan, if you find out a person from there, so it's a little bit tough. It's not easy like you find out locally or in your country. So because they
Yes.
have time issues or they have a busy in job or they didn't, sometimes they want your profile or your portfolio and they want to focus on your previous work. How do you perform with the previous interviews or previous conversation? They focus on that so that they give you a chance. And for me, it's a little bit easy. Sometimes, not every time. Recently, I decided to conduct two interviews in 1 week, but sometimes I conduct four interviews in 1 week. But sometimes I didn't find out a person. Sometimes they cancel the interview, or sometimes they say, "Yeah, I faced some issues, or I want to postpone that for next day." So this is a common. Maybe you face these issues, but I find sometimes from the groups, because I have a lot of groups on the WhatsApp or Facebook or Skype also. I message him, or sometimes they give me positive response, and sometimes they postpone the meetings.
So many people like we also want to connect with different types of foreigners. Now, if I talk about like clapping Camly, so they're like we have to spend lots of money for practicing with different types of people, and especially in India and especially like some kind of small places. So they're like we are unable to spend that much money for having conversation for with those type of people, nah, who are from different countries. But still, like we want to practice with those people. So the way you said, so we will also try to connect with them.
Well,
And so, what do you think?
Kamal, I totally
Yeah.
agree with you. Know, in Kindly or some application was there that's portable and you must have to pay on dollar. That's a little bit expensive. But I think
Yes. Yes.
those applications are more effective, or rather than you talk with
Yes.
someone. Like
Yeah.
I conduct with different teachers. Almost if you visit to my recent videos with the Brazilian
Mm.
Frida, English teaching student and teachers also, that is so tough for me to find out a teacher or convince him or them for the interviews because they have busy schedules. Sometimes they have online meetings or online classes offline in university sometimes. They give me a chance, but after I'm waiting for a long time, so they give me a chance. Or rather than if I find out some of different professionals from different fields, they are not uh, professional teacher. The accent is a little bit changed, or the talking way is not too much productive for the some learners. But the Cambly teachers, that professional teachers, they
Yeah.
boost your content and they stimulate you for the talking and explain express effective. But if you are facing some financial issues, so definitely you can find out the different people from WhatsApp. You can search here the search bar. You can search any name or search on Google. You can
Okay.
share with you links.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yes. So we should also try to connect with like teachers like who are good at English, because when we connect with them, so they can help us to grow. Because when we are having a conversation with any kind of co-learner, so where in that situation, like we are unable to spot out our mistake, even though like we are able to spot out a mistake, but like nobody's going to tell you that here you should use this word, nah, or like the right pronunciation of this word is like this. So you should try to connect with those people like who are good at speaking English, where they can also suggest you, they can also correct you. And also like if I have seen many teachers, okay, on YouTube, like who are from Cambly, okay, they are teaching in Cambly, so they are like they would also give you some kind of words, na, which are in trending right now, like which we can use right now. We can replace those words. So those are also
Mm,
very helpful for learners.
exactly,
Otherwise, like
exactly.
we will use only other words.
Yeah, I totally agree with you because they are professional teachers and they have a lot of experience. If you visit his profile and family app, so you can they show his profile and how much experience with the different peoples, especially in the English conversation, and that's really huge experience. So that's why I easily we get fit with them, and they stimulate you while talking, and they share with you new words and how you replace this word or this word. That's really effective.
Hmm. Yes, and there is also a beneficial of like if you are joining those type of teachers, so they're like you will be given lots of words, because one of my friend was also taking classes from Cambly. Okay, so they're like every day he used to get lots of words, lots of like topics for speaking, as well as like some kind of articles, and you have to discuss about like before conducting that session, you will be given that kind of topics where you will be able to search about that thing. Nah, you can do research about those particular topic, and next day you have to talk about that topic. You will be given the topic and you can do research, and after that like you can also ask question, you will be asked the question by the trainer, and after that like you will also be taught some kind of vocabulary. So this is also a very good way, because if you are learning by yourself, so you do not know that what kind of topic should I choose, nah.
Exactly. If you have a goal, talk on some particular topic, and you must have to be get some vocabulary from different platform, and after that you start your conversation. And during the conversation, you are more fluent, or easily you can pronounce the word, or you are not fishing for the word all the time in your conversation. If you have a little bit knowledge about some particular topic, or you get information, so that is a more effective. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. So right now like if there is any kind of new learner, so how he can learn without taking any kind of online classes, only by YouTube?
Mm, I think definitely they watch some English conversation with subtitle for
Yeah.
the beginner. Some are English learner or speakers. They are good in English, so they don't focus on the subtitle, because every
Yes.
time you focus on subtitles, they make you lazy. Or
Lazy.
rather than talk with someone so without subtitle, you didn't find out the subtitle or during the conversation, or in the video, or on English movie. So that time you are feeling a bit bored. So don't make crazy for the
Yes.
subtitle.
Yes.
Yeah, in this stage or for beginner, definitely I recommend English subtitle. Sometimes, someone English fluent, or if you are talking with some English fluent, uh, they are using English in so fast way. It's not easy for
Hmm.
you to get single word or conversation. So that time, yeah, you can open your English subtitle, or you focus on the English subtitle to get the word or to understand and the communication. So it's quite good, but it's not.
Yes. 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 So what do you think? Yeah. So there are also like many people. They at the beginning of their learning, okay, they start watching some kind of English movies. Nah, in English movies, like they use very different types of accent, which we cannot understand them. So like, should they watch or not? Otherwise, like you will feel demotivation at the beginning of your speaking English, and you will just give up learning. So at first, like, what
Well,
kind of things should we watch?
Exactly. In 2019, I watched one movie, but I forgot his name. I don't know. But that is one some story like around 50 to 20 people they moved to another planet. So that was
Okay.
a really interesting story, and I watched that movie in 30 days. Every day, I just focus on 10 to 15 minutes video, and the movie clip I was like just 10 to 15 minutes, and again, I spent 5 or 6 hours continuously on just only 10 to 15 minutes video clips, and I write down every single word and with subtitles or focus. So that was really interesting. And in a system, I get a lot of vocabulary or conversation, especially the accents. I follow that, and so definitely the English movie with subtitle for the beginner. That's really productive.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. But like when we are watching any kind of movies now, so they're like it also takes lots of time, nah? Because in movies there will be like some kind of action scene, some kind of emotional scene where people are not talking, nah? People are not having conversation. And if you're watching some kind of movies, like in if the movie is for 20 minutes, okay, so just they will give you like conversation only like 5 minutes, nah, 15 minutes, 12 minutes. But the rest of the time there you will only spend, you will just squander your time. So why don't we buy
Uh,
some kind of interviews or something else now, which are like continuous talk? So they're like we can
exactly.
save our time as well.
Yeah. Since I totally agree with you. Same these kind of movies I watch, but I reject that kind of movies during the learning process or because the if you visit a YouTube, search like which movie spark it's essential for the English learner or
Yeah,
product English learner. From there, they can show you a specific videos, not the whole movie. They give you 20 minutes or 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour clip with subtitle that is more productive or more essential for the English.
yes. Yeah, at first like I think like we need to have the purpose of learning that whatever we are watching, if you are watching movies, so our main goal should be like to learn that movie English, nah. If you are watching any movies or anything, so our main focus should be to learn the thing, nah, from that movie, like their accent, their way of talking or intonation. So these type of thing like we should try to learn. And if we are getting like 20 minutes video or 15 minutes video, so we should try to watch, I think like one time, two time, three times, nah. At first like we are watching without subtitles, second time maybe with subtitle, and the third time with like with meaning. When we understand the meaning of those subtitle, then we should watch. And this way like we can also understand, and we can also like understand their way of speaking as well as like whatever they are speaking now. So those things also we can remember, and in our daily conversation we can also use those phrases.
Exactly, I totally agree with you. If you learn a one word, you must have in the or different sentence. Then you memorize this word for a long time, and next time easily you can use in your conversations. If you just write down the word on your notebook and you didn't use that on your conversations and you didn't practice with this new word, so definitely it's you just lose your time and just waste your time, and your
Yeah,
books will be totally with the new vocabulary, but your mind is totally less memory. You don't have any memory in your mind, and you can't speak up with the people fluently.
right. So what do you think about reading books? Nah, learning English by reading a books. There are lots of people. They always ask you to read a books, but I think like when we are reading books, so they're like we can get lots of knowledge from that book, and we should read. We must read, but like those words are like I can say like many of the books are written like many years ago, and those words were trending in those time. But right now, like those words are not trending. Right? People are not using. Those are only limited to the books. So what do you think about this thing
Well,
for
it's
learning?
depend on every person. Like if someone tell me, give me some idea or give me some tips how I learn the language. So I gave him idea. I gave him advice like you watch movies or you watch some dramas or watch some sports with the
Mhm.
English commentary because I like to watch this kind of content. So
Yeah.
I can't endorse someone that they prefer the books or it's depend on you basically. If you like
Yes. Yes.
uh, read the books, it's okay. It's book is really, productive activities for the English learners, especially. Uh, you get from there a lot of content, the slang words, a lot of words, and you build your vocabulary in so easy way. But for me, it's so bored for me when I start to
Yeah.
open the book and just do one or two sentences. If I read, it's definitely I feel so much lazy and I feel like sleepy, and I want to be sleep. So for me, it's not working. Or article is also really, really tough. And the newspaper, this is really ridiculous for me. I'm not talking for others. Maybe for someone, they are like to watch some news or newspaper or articles or books. If work for you, yeah, definitely, it's really effective. If uh, write the books, it's okay. Uh, don't bore yourself. Some find out some interesting things like watch the movies or watch some dramas or especially conversation, interviews or different conversation with different people that put on YouTube channels. I think you have, I have, a lot of other people that have. So you watch these videos, and every person have a different stories in his life, in his educational background, in his daily works. So if you watch these videos again and again, next time you try to communicate same like with this person. You record your videos
Yes, yes.
and you just and share with the different people. Definitely that work.
Yeah, you're correct. Yes, yes. That is what like we should do. We should try to find out our interest, now where we are interested in, na. Like if I talk about, so if many people
Exactly.
are used to watch movies, like they watch some kind of movies. So why don't we watch in English movies? Whatever you would love to watch. So and if you have some kind of favorite actor or actress, na, so we should also try to watch their interviews because you can be engaged there. You can learn something from them as well. And that is what like we can also do. We will not feel any kind of demotivation. Yes.
Mhm. You must have
So
to be
what?
search related with your interest.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I have also come across many people. Now one of my friend was there. Okay, so like our teacher used to say us that you should read a book for learning spoken English as well. Nah? When you read book, so they're like read it loud, because while you are reading you will get to know about lots of phrases, lots of words, and again you will come across those type of words, and by that way like you can also remember. And but like that friend was what, like she was unable to read. Okay, always like feel not feeling like reading. So this is what like problem she always used to face. And
Just find interest in which field or in which videos or which content you have interest. So you just focus on that content in English. Definitely, that's more effective for you. For me, if I'm
yeah,
talking someone on video call or voice call, face to face or one by one, that's work for me. And or rather than if I watch some videos or interviews, it's not working for me right now. I prefer to
yes,
contact
yes,
with people. I can introduce one by one session. Verifying things that's make you more happy when I talk with someone. And during the conversation, I focus on different accent, the words, really attractive for me.
yes, yes, yes. So what do you think about grammar? Should we learn grammar at first for learning spoken English or not?
I think grammar is essential for the English learner, especially the, speaking English or go abroad patients definitely. But in this stage, you don't focus on the grammar because that's make us a little bit bored in this stage because you don't have idea where you use this word or where you use it and and something like that. So you must have a speaker in this stage, summarize the words in simple way and learn some new slang words or idioms and just build your vocabulary in this stage and speak up gradually you'll be understand everything. Grammar is not so tough, but
Yes, yes.
conversation and they focus on the grammar, so definitely that's tough.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That was like we should at least like start up learning, nah, start speaking. Once you start speaking, then like you will start learning all the thing, and try to listen to people more and more. Once you start listening to people more and more who are speaking English, like you will also start speaking like that, those people.
Exactly.
So you So have you ever visited India?
Mm, I want to visit to India, but it's not easy for me because I think for both of country, for Indians, it's so tough when they visit to Pakistan, or for Pakistanis they visit to India, because we have a Pakistani passport. Yeah, definitely. If I get another passport, it's easy for me to visit to India, discover especially Taj Mahal, Agra, Qutub Minar, or a lot of
Yes, yes.
historical places, and I have to visit there. Especially this connection with Pakistani passport really is here.